Every sane person in America knew the inauguration of Orange Mussolini was going to be insane, and it was. I'm going to play footage of Trump going off the rails as a glimpse of how we all know what it's going to be like for the next couple of years. But first, here's some things that nobody had on their bingo card. First, Trump's fake wife, Griffertina, would come dressed as the Hamburglar. Second, that the outfit was actually strategic because it prevents Trump from kissing her. And really, could you blame her for that? Then, Trump forgetting to put his hand on the Bible that Griffertina is holding for him, even though it's probably a Trump Bible. Then, Republican governors were relegated to watching the inauguration from an overflow room while MAGA-friendly billionaires sat in coveted seats in the rotunda. Even then, none of the congressional spouses were invited in the rotunda, but the oligarchs' wives were, and now we see why. Congressional spouses cannot be counted on to show a little cleavage, whereas trophy wives are a sure bet. Famous for gloating, Trump actually showed no sign of enjoyment at this event. As Anthony Davis points out, proving his lack of humanity, humility, and mental wellness, Trump failed to smile throughout his inauguration, maintaining the dictatorial frown of his official portrait, and also his Fulton County mugshot. And lastly, I'm sure some of you had this on your bingo card: Trump supporters undoing barricades, cutting in line, and arguing with each other over who gets to see the commander-in-chief on a jumbotron.
Thank you. Yes, it's her mom. It's her mom.
Hey!
You want to get arrested, man?
Sir, just let him go.
Yeah, so is everybody in front of you. Shut up, lady. I don't need to. Fucking now, don't call me a bitch. Well, you're acting like one. Well, you're one to talk, Miss Name calling. No, well, Miss Name calling is in the air.
No, you can't get out of here.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck. We're stuck now.
But none of it is as insane as Trump going off the teleprompter and going off the rails in his remarks after the inauguration. I'm going to show a series of clips, so stick around for this insane roller coaster ride.
That Joe did today with the pardons of people that were very, very guilty of very bad crimes, like the Unselect Committee of Political Thugs, where they literally, what they did is they destroyed and deleted all of the information, all of the hearings, practically not a thing left. They deleted all the information on Nancy Pelosi having turned down the offer of 10,000 soldiers. You wouldn't have needed 10,000. You could have had 500, and it would have stopped. Because we may have had 1 million people that day, the people that were there. You don't see any photographs, but we have a lot of great photos. But you don't see those photographs. They don't put them in. They show the people at the Capitol. But I was talking about that. I was going to talk about that. They said, please don't bring that up right now. You can bring it up tomorrow. I said, how about now? And
can you imagine what goes through these people's minds as they have to stand there in the background and pretend this guy has not lost his marbles? But I'll bet one of the things going through their minds is, yeah, we'll give the old duffer another month of rambling idiocy like this. Then we'll Article 25 his ass so we can really get this fascist oligarchy up to speed. And the fact that Trump is telling such an enormous lie about destroying evidence does not even remotely come to the attention of mainstream corporate media. It should be their leading story from today, but no, they're not even going to cover it. And this is how they sane-wash Trump. Like every president lies so blatantly every time they get in front of a mic, like Trump does. But that wasn't even remotely the only lie of the day. Watch this.
So I wanted to talk about that, but all of that stuff got deleted. And the reason it got deleted is they were all caught in lies. You know, Secret Service testified, and they said it didn't happen. Actually, the two guys were very embarrassed. They're suffering because their friends are saying, did Trump really do that to you? But they gained a whole new respect for me. But it was just make-believe stuff, and there were a lot of make-believe stories made up. So rather than suffer the wrath, like the story with Nancy Pelosi, I offered her 10,000 soldiers.
Again, with the Nancy Pelosi turning down of troops. It's an outright lie. It's been proven to be a lie. And Trump just goes on and on with it. And he never gets called out for it, despite the fact that there is video of calls being made to Trump to send in troops, despite the fact that it is a matter of law that the Speaker of the House cannot order troops. But according to mainstream corporate media, that's just Trump being Trump. Like he's some harmless old man or something. And you would think his fixation on Nancy Pelosi would be another giveaway.
Soldiers. She knows it. She admitted it on tape that her daughter made. She's a videographer or whatever you call her, which I'm glad she is. Oh, she can't be in good stead with Nancy. But Nancy said it was my responsibility as she's leaving the Capitol. She said it was, and it was. She's in charge of security at the Capitol. But I offered them up to 10,000 soldiers, even more. One time I said more, as many as you need. But you needed 400 or 500. If 4 or 5, you 10,000, that would be more than the number of people there by lot. But we offered her 10,000. Think of it, 10,000 soldiers. In other words, J6 wouldn't be J6. There would have been no J6. But she rebuffed them. She didn't like it. No, she didn't like it. Maybe she wanted that to happen. But she's guilty as hell. And now we would have to go through the process because they destroyed all evidence. They deleted everything. There's virtually nothing left. The other fake story and so many other fake stories. And many people came out on our side. And those people now would got to find them. There's nothing left. So that's a criminal offense. If that were a civil case, it would be a criminal offense. If that happened civilly where you did that, it would be a criminal offense.
Nancy Pelosi's daughter is a videographer? And what exactly are the professions of your children, Trump, other than Nepo babies and grifters, that is? Oh, right. They were on the board of that charity, and now they're not allowed to be on the boards of any charities for all their illegal behavior. But hey, you do you. So what does this constant repetition of J6 have to tell you? First of all, it tells you how pissed Trump is that Biden outmaneuvered him with his preemptive pardons. Second of all, it tells you how guilty Trump is. You gotta love how he admits his staff told him to stick with the teleprompter, and he doesn't. Stick with the teleprompter? When I have an axe to grind? Oh, no. I'm going to say what needs to be said several times, ad nauseum. And this is a strategy that I think Democrats need to employ more. Get this guy off script and make him ramble on until he sharts again. Let him display his dementia until the cows come home and force stooges like Johnson to defend him. This isn't 2017 anymore. There's no shock factor to his rambling, just fatigue. Just audience fatigue. And the more he rambles, the more everyone gets disenchanted by him. And the closer we get to a sea change in the midterms with Republicans swept out of office. Remember, Captain Crazy Pants is already a lame duck president. We need to keep pushing him to display his lameness. Today is Inauguration Day. Tomorrow, we start work on the midterms. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.